archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a Final Fantasy XVI adventure. We are quite far, and we're in a big faffy section before proper gameplay is going to conclude. And I'm certain I'm not the only one who feels about Final Fantasy XVI in these terms. But I'm having fun. Apparently could do with a little bit of healing though. Do inns work in this game? I'm better off just dying, aren't I? Oh, look at those gobbos. They've all got broken branches.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh. Come on. Hello, Craig. Oh yeah, yeah. The AEW game is a lot more impressive than one might have thought. Oh, the autosave. I'll get my health back. How are you? I think the sillier they make it, the more arcadey, the better. They're never going to beat WWE in a simulation. So get everyone's favourite bits of other wrestling games. You know, have the fire match, to do all the crazy stuff that AEW's known for, and make it appeal to a fan that would like that sort of thing. I'd be tempted, if you wanted to properly make a wrestling game, to not make it 3D. Like, make the game visually 3D, but make you control it like, I don't know, like a Street Fighter. Just sort of rethink how the game actually works. Oh no, I didn't get me my health back. Oh, fine, fucking heal. Blimey. I've got to try and save my money. He says, playing a brand new game.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh, God. Oh, that'll do. Still undecided on these Bahamut spells. Oh, not Akashi Chocobo. That makes me sad. Bite me, bro. Not the button I wanted to press, but whatever. It's been ducking.
Something's coming.
More monsters.
Apologies, my lord.
Okay, it just occurred to me that Wade is Wedge. I don't know why they've changed the name.
Shall we?
Okay, I'm gonna get this working. Come on. How do I do this? How do I do the taunt? I've never ever done the taunt, and apparently it's good for getting counters. Don't turn it to that page, John. R2 and that. Can't stop, don't stop the beat.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Of course they can stay. Okay, I'm looking a bit more human now. Okay, one down. We have 2 places to clear out. We're gonna look out for those marks though, so we're gonna go back to the main base first. We have the Guardian Scarf, displayed in Clive's chambers, a symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. As long as the firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. So I'm told.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
You have the same haircut.
He didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade.
Want to join Rico's Roughnecks?
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
Is there? I feel like Wade, you're a lot more actually genuinely a knight.
So bad. You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Right, now clean out the stables.
I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
Torgal.
We went for that gun. Why did that go weird? No, that was the button I wanted to do. It's just, for some reason, don't have like a dedicated map button. It's always the menu. So it's either Bocklad or Northreach or Delamil. Those two are both in the same place. So Dalmekia might be a good shout. It's just the two sets of knives, isn't it? Why does the map go all weird when I do that? The light, isn't it? We'll double check the marks. I swear I was... Oh, my phone's there. Cool. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tiles?
Check out our shawl. I'll get to center place. A scarf, but whatever. Oh fuck, there's loads of them. I trust you and your party gain the Dominion without further event. Lady, I don't know if you've seen the skies. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, you'll need to find the Crimson Caravans. More than happy to oblige. You might offer a discount for our usual rates. Ghostbreaker Intelligence. Is this guy here? Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of Storm's final mother crystal. For now, the realm endures, but each new flood to her few remaining children descend on further into madness. I will say, with the AEW game, they had to build the engine from scratch, right? So it's only this one that's going to be the most expensive one to build. And if they make sequels, or DLC, of course, which, you know, there's money to be made there as well. A situation is as ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. I'll read the rest of it later. That's not that important. Not sure how long I'm going to be up. I did have quite a long nap, so. Dreadworm, that's the word.
As shrinks the glim, so spirit still, unanswered call or prayers.
Yes, lovely.
Wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Ask about reasons.
True.
Clive, the world can't be ending, can it? We were struggling before the skies went dark, but now, can't imagine how we'll bear it all.
So much already.
Well, when will it be enough? It won't end, will it, Clive? Nah, fine.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
High Cleric's Medallion. Goddess Grigor teaches us to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could rightly call who follows this path an outlaw.
You earned this. All done?
Yeah, but what is it? Healing potency of... I guess so. Potency, even. Arguably the most important thing, but... Okay, Quiet Lands. Dalmekia. Okay. Those are both B's. That's the A. God knows where they... Oh, wow, I wouldn't know where Alice is. And Alice is scary. When reawakened. The Dreadworm. Okay, well, the guy, I think, who sings the song might actually tell me where that is. Won't worry about that one, though. No, worry about these two. Hill to Die On. Ten of Clubs. Varmer Dalmekia.
What will it be today?
I'll read these ones there.
Allow me to educate you.
Dark clouds gather. Are they... Rolling a storm sweeps over Valisthea, bringing terror, confusion in its wake, so to elude King Barnabas, sailing his kingdom flagship, the Iron Herjar, crossed the strait, seizing upon the chaos, displayed the storm since the destruction of its mother crystals, disintegration of its nation's leadership. There's still some of them left. Those two are left. Terrence wasn't expecting those two to survive, to be honest. Oh, no, now we know Oscar. Is that why I got asked? I did, because Oscar's there. But who are you?
Study it well, Clive.
Bandits. Akashic. Beasts. Huh. Territories. There's still a little bit left there. Behind Herjar. Flagship of the Waluda Navy, also known as Black Galleon, alongside the Royal Cavalry. It's a pride of Walud. It is capable of swiftly delivering elite troops into enemy soil to make war in the name of the mighty Odin. Alan. I assume that's where... Where's this? Twinside, yeah. Then we'll probably travel that way. Because, where's the big pool, actually? Big pool is there, I think? That's in... Yeah, we're gonna clearly have a fight in there at some point, though. Oh, there's the Strait of Uther as well. Who knows? Who knows?
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Yes, I know. Also, I immediately forgot the name of the place I was going to look for. Okay, no, it's called like a Hill to Die On. Hill to Die On and... Varmer. There's one around here as well. I found Vermeer. this 9 of knives. So you know what? We'll start there, we'll beat him, then we'll go down there, we'll beat him as well. Or should I pick up these quests first? I should pick up the quests first. And there's apparently one around here somewhere.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Okay.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor.
What's your vector, Victor?
What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Right, can you just tell me where the bandits are so I can kill them, please?
So, you see my predicament?
Yeah, you got a bandit problem, let me kill
There
him.
was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
That I go murder them like all the other problems that we solve?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
Get Clive to kill everyone.
Pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Metal Gear. Right, I wanna hit somebody. My weapons, so I'm gonna just fight this guy again. And I do want to keep the Bahamut one on, but I can more reliably kill things if this is set as group. Here he is, the bastard. Stop running away, you bastard.
Let's try.
Knock me out of frame. Right, I'll get my potions back at least. Oh, I forgot to do the obelisk in the other place. Fuck. So much for being efficient.
It's us or them.
There we go. Defeat Notorious Mark. The bastard.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
And apparently there's a guy there, so let's try and find him out. Those Republicans and their Panthers. Am I right? Oh, all the cats about. Knack, knack, knack. Fallen technology. Fly.
Time to fight.
Isn't that way? I am now. How are you two going for so fast? There he is.
Ready to ride from here.
They need you back in Soul Calibur. Rock. It's not even a club, it's an axe.
Not the gods' forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing are looking here. So empty your pockets.
Not what I meant to, but fuck it. was trying to dodge at the end there. I had a magical doggo. I guess it just comes out after 5 minutes. I have all my potions and stuff. We'll come back for him. He's actually going to be easier than the other guy. Hence why I did it with basically no potions, but... I'm happy to do the quests. What did I press in? We know where he is at the very least. So apparently there's bosses that are only in New Game Plus.
Your own city guard. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad,
Red Wings are from Final Fantasy IV.
Finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings. That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Though you could have just told us and we could have practiced.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalimil is not to be trifled with.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would... I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
No.
It appears I have no choice but to do
Conrad
what
seemed
little
quite
I
taken
can
with you.
to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilled.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
I am, and don't call me Shirley.
Town.
I'll stand in 10 minutes.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes
Together.
I concede are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
There's lots of swords here, look. Oh, Valaster. Realm comprising of the twin continents of Storm and Ash, over which the Mother Crystal said stand timeless vigil. Timeless, that is, until Sid and his disciples commenced their campaign to bring each one crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion to every corner of the land. When ill-omened clowns summoned... fucking ill-omened clowns! Terrifying. Clouds summoned by the ultimate gathered over Valaster. Delicate balance between the governing and the magic-yielding power of ether was finally shattered, and the realm was changed forever. Farewell, Craig. Thank you for joining me. A literal Dalimil Inn, literal oasis in Velcroy, a desert in the western part of Dalmacia. Dalimil offers goods, food, and respite to the travellers who endure the long march through the sweltering sands. In particular, the hot springs baths fed from nearby waters will not only ease the pain of the roads, but also rumoured to cure all manner of ills, from boils and buboes to the various afflictions to the groin, many of which are like to be contracted to one of the many brothels. There we go.
The women.
I think the fight has already begun, but... Oh, never mind.
Have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
I mean...
They mean to overwhelm us.
Good luck with that, they all died in seconds. But I didn't want to hit them, for fuck's sake. I want to hit the fucking king.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Very casually walking off.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
What time is it? On the rabbit hole. Right. We'll cut in just a second. There is at least one more fight I'd like to do in this area, which is up there. Somewhere. I guess I can just look it up again, it's fine. Use the opportunity to teleport back and check out marks. Then when I'm off screen, I'll check on the phone, save some time. Did you see that? Boklad, hang on. More importantly, Dalmacia. Oh yeah, I left a quest in Dalmacia. Oh. And Northreach, Sandbreak.
Tell me you saw that.
Zoltan. Oh, I did remember that one. Right, I tried looking this up. I'm not really sure I understand the instructions, but I'm just going to go to the bit at the end. I think there's like a thing you need to trigger it, but I think I might have already done that. Who knows? Need to go back here now. I think it's just up here. I mean, to be fair, that is still tells me to go there anyway. That's why I check there. That seems like a pretty obvious place to check.
Run like the wind.
He knows no other way to run. Did I have bought potions? And we have plenty. Right. I just realised I've got a couple of opportunities for people to take stuff of me, which is nice. Trying to move home. Every time somebody comes to my house, I'm going to be like, hey, do you want to take a bunch of stuff with me? Let's take a bunch of my stuff. I want it back. That looks promising. Oh, look at that. Is that what it is? Is it a curl? Ah, it's just a curl. Okay, well, leave the fuck. Leave him the fuck alone. Just gets a little cool area. Is it you, bird? No, it's just a helldiver. Is it a rock? It's
safe.
You're not a rock. You're taught fast to Callan. I don't know what that means, but okay. Nah. Is it fast though?
Well, Clive. Looks like we need to make a sword.
Hang on, does it just you can only interesting creature?
Kill. Slow.
They're so cute when they go on TV. Hang on, are you a Pokemon? Oh yeah, it just immediately cancels it because he's got a hard shell. You're not allowed to use that against me. Kind of felt bad for that one. That was just a big turtle. Got the scalatite finally, though. One of the hardest metals known to man. Scalatite is highly sought after by those who have means to pay exorbitant asking price. Price determined not only by its rarity, but rather due to the fact that a forge must employ no fewer than 5 healthy bearers as a producer. Oh, I think we've read that one already.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Aww. You would have left it the fuck alone. Computer games make me sad. We'll do that one later. Where's this? Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, fair enough. These kind of seem less important, but you know, that's half the game, isn't it?
Well met. You've a discerning eye. A fine choice. You've a discerning eye. Many thanks. A fine choice. Many thanks. You've a discerning eye.
Right.
What's happened? Guards at the gate are right. Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man?
I'm a fighting man.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, will you ever party to a finer proposition?
Sure.
My arms are yours.
Now you have 4 arms.
Then come. We must.
Then come.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Sure, but I gotta pick up 2 other quests.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Okay.
I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Live and let live. Kind of a small area, so... What about...
Who needs a porter when there's none?
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just need to see about getting the work. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Bearer of good news is a funny term, but like, sure, we'll facilitate this wine party during the end of the world.
Thank you.
Not like we have more important things to be doing.
All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
Better be some wine.
Right back.
I'm keen on wine myself. I took a little white, but everyone tells me, you know, it's red. That's where it's at. Red goes right through me, but
Please, a piece of fruit.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
You'll buy something, won't you? Please.
You've raised the price. I showed you my pass. What more do you want from me?
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
A little bit faster.
What's happened? Can't the king? Who rider?
Sorry, I hang on.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
I know when I passed you, somebody said there was no use for porters.
I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Autumn. And there's nowhere left to go.
Who knows a porter? And there's no, the guy, bloody hell, that guy's making loads of money as a porter. Oh, porters for hire. Sorry, yeah, I went quiet because I went to pet the dog, and then I was like, "Oh, can you pet Jill?" And then I was like, "I don't know, that might come across as crass," and I'm still undecided as whether that does come across as crass or not. But I was quiet for too long, so I had to say words.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together, and the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Meat, bread, and cheeses. Quest complete. What was my reward then? Just a little bit of some black blood. I don't know if that was worth it at all.
Get it, boy!
Do you have any fresh water?
Oh, let's do the quests that involve killing things.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
There's some meat up there.
When are they gonna let us through?
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
I mean, Jill's had grey hair since she was like 10 or some shit. I presumably always.
Why am I not surprised?
These ne'er-do-wells are here. Luckily, that move only works on people I don't like.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins. A relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final seam of the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
I like this guy because he speaks fast. Like so many of the fucking NPCs in this game talk really slowly for some reason. I swear they were told to. Like, at first I was just like, is that not bad? That guy bad at being an NPC? I don't think you, not with that guy. But the first time, because not the first time I noticed it, because I think even like the first guy you meet, like the proper NPC, the leader of the Lost Wing, talks really goddamn slowly. But like, I didn't realise it'd be like every single fucking one of them at that point.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him. Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
You were a voice to a lot of people.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Mother. Mother.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Ooh. Look at those gobbos.
We found our thieves.
Ooh, look at this guy. He's got grey hair because he's Goblin Prince.
They don't look happy to see me.
Bested that guy. Now I'm the Goblin King.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
Gilbert ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or...
Oh, the goblins are cute.
...meat, for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Maybe we should be saving them as well.
Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market.
And the orcs, we know they're intelligent as well.
Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Farewell, friendly gobbos.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Yeah, the gill bug's worth it. Probably.
Faster!
Oh, it's more gobbos. I don't want to kill them. We just established that they're not evil.
Right then.
Alright, fine. Who first? Why would you put these two quests next to each other? So these are the bad gobos.
Fool!
Yeah, I'm definitely the good guy in this situation. Are we the bad one? I don't really know we are the baddies button because I can quote it. I don't know, it's still funny to have the button sometimes.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
Okay then. Mug to the camera, Clive, you don't know who exists.
Come on.
Oh yeah, of course. Rabbits.
He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Lovely.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty,
perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Quest complete. Onward. Discovery. And a level up. Would we have been able to do that before going to the other place?
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
Definitely not with Gobbos.
He knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Quest complete. Right. I'll leave that. Like, we can have a few, like, of these extra things. Like, we've got this over here as well to do. That's not what I meant. I actually meant this. Where's the other ones? But I will jump to here, I think.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Ghosts? Then a wall won't stop them.
That's a good point. It's not wrong. I'm stealing your black blood.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Orphan.
I can't do it.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Why we find? I may have missed one of the... Because I have to assume there's one of those pillars in all three areas, right? I want to know where they are.
We could leave. But where would... The two soldiers were carrying another.
Didn't have any legs.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
You were right, boy.
It's all right.
My family.
You're a pikeman, yes?
How do you know that?
What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head more. You're safe.
Yes. I want to visit that castle.
I assume you have a plan?
Like, it exists in the files because the king had a meeting in there. The emperor, sorry.
It was all they could do to escape.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's tilt these windmills. This place is all blue.
Look.
I see them. With me.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. These are... Stay down!
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Yeah, knew I should have saved the thing, and I did. So. No, I don't like how he dodges.
This one. Get him.
Not sure why I use this. Catty doggo!
Over here.
That's what winning looks like.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. milady.
Don't call me milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Neat. Cool. So I'm probably not going to stay up for 2 hours, probably just the one. You'll know, of course, if you're watching on the YouTube, because I would have...
Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Either we're just starting an episode, or we're 30 minutes into one, if that makes any sense. Because that's where I would have cut the video. I did not hear what he said. I've got to speak to Otto. Okay. Yeah, I want to know where those other places are, and like, is there an easy way to find them? That, because like, I just stumbled upon that. We do have Atlas. I mean, I think Atlas might actually be too strong for us. We've got that, which I can probably do, but I'd like to leave that to the weekend, and I can't be bothered to fight that guy again. So I'm sort of eager to move onwards with the story. I mean, we've got another continent to go, so that's at least another round of NPCs. And of course, since we're here, there's new stuff, of course, everywhere. Of course there is. Nah, it's not that much. We'll just leave that stuff.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
A pull lifted. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts once more. Shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it's you who we have to thank.
You earned this.
Oh, fucking loads of ability points, lovely.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Oh, yeah, I still use ignition, but it is... The problem is, I really would love to keep... specifically... Flames of Rebirth, because it's really good. Like, it melts things. And, yeah, I just don't think I'm convinced with this one. So I think I'm just sort of going to double down on the ones I like. Well, of course, we can always reset stuff. That's the thing I should be doing, isn't it? Yeah, resetting when I try new builds. Because then they'll work better, you know? I don't know why I never thought of doing that. To try out the builds. And when we get a new thing, that's what I'll do. Hopefully it doesn't reset all these. There's no reason to reset these. They'll use that. Oh, it's not even mastered. Oh my word, allows assignment to any icon. Okay, that changes things. Ah, that's cool. Okay. Ah, there's a bit of Final Fantasy V in this. Oh, that's that changes everything. All right. Do we use? I still like Storm a lot, but it means we can have... What are we doing? Sorry, I sometimes I just wish things are dedicated buttons rather than going into this menu. I don't like Blind Justice that much anyway. So swapping to Bahamut gets me Wings of Light, which is a fun ability. But then I get to keep fucking Lightning Rod, which they apparently realise that I want. Then what to go with it? Not Satellite. Almost certainly Flarebeth. Because it's got to be something comparable to that lightning. So yeah, there we go. Ah, that changes things. I'm really happy that you can do that. And it makes it worth learning the Titan stuff. You know what?
Are we even safe here?
Save our games. Just a little bit of Final Fantasy V.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
You can only set 2 abilities, right? Yeah. I was gonna... Can't... So you always have to pair up the
So it was
right
not
button.
Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
No, you didn't for 13 years.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Or 5.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
Wait, what?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
You can't win an argument by just having a deadly cough.
Clive, it's Gav.
Where's Joshua's friend?
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Oh, we've not been to Canva yet.
Well, what's the short of it?
Oh yeah, we need the boat.
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
Just use the map.
That sounds like a question for the map.
Yeah.
Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Cool.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
But sadly, we have side quests, so more marks. Nectar's Adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
The Iron Kingdom.
The Smithies. Fair enough. The book was... Hey, sorry, he's talking, so I didn't want to talk at the same time. The Pack. Doggos. That's a level C. Why are they adding level Cs? Ruin Reawakened. That's the Dread Worm. Oh, just added the Pack, that's all. Cool.
Back again?
Ask about the skies. It's not merely men and women of Valasteo who's been affected by the imbalance of the ether. Its blackened skies have cast a pall over all the creatures of the realm.
Then how could it not?
They are living beings, just as we are. Alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, ushering them only to madness and death.
But are we any better?
We consider ourselves above such base instincts, and yet fear, bewilderment drive us to make war on our fellow man, to turn our ire to own suffering upon those who would suffer just as keenly as we do. Is it what it means to be human, Clive? I wonder if we are even worth saving at all. Yeah, probably.
How may I help you today?
I just want to have a look at the situation now. Double in Canva. The imbalance in the ether has accompanied the turning of the skies, results in ether floods breaking out across Valestea. Many towns and villages find themselves under attack from the hordes of Akashic, not least the capital of the free cities of Canva. A veritable army of mindless knights have stormed the city gates. There we go. And we were doing so well. Hang on, it only shows the blight and not the ether floods. Yeah, they lost all of down there, didn't they? Food.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Let's pick up some quests.
Will we ever see the sun again? It seems the hideaway is
Blasted book.
Is a storm coming soon?
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Ultima, the otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy and turmoil that's plagued Valestea, Ultima requires a vessel in which to inculcate disembodied soul, and Clive's curious ability to absorb the powers of other icons suggests that this is the very mythos that Ultima has long awaited. He wills Clive to absorb the other icons that his vessel might be perfected. Oh, he's been doing that, okay. Mythos, the name by which Ultima addresses Clive, it appears to be a title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make young Lord Marquess. The being identifies Clive as Mythos. He has long sought out, by virtue of awakening the dominant of Ifrit, and the power to absorb the ether of other icons. Primogenesis. The spell cast by Ultima, the cast of Roiling Pall over the Valestea, the unbalance in the ether has resulted not only in sapping the potency of crystals and magic in those lands, but they remained livable, but filled the rest with not only his glowing thralls, but with ether floods turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashic. Taya. Resident Physica of Clive's hideaway and trusted ally of the land, branded as a bearer from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Taya put a surgical training to use by removing her own brand. Procedure she has since perfected and offered to any other escaped slave. And her hair has grown ever so slightly. And she's changed clothes as well. Rosalith. The former capital of the Duchy of Rosaria, when Hugo Kupka's forces invaded the inside city, was put to the torch. Magnificent castle sacked, causing many of its inhabitants to flee. Crystal. Post Primogenesis. After Ultima cast Primogenesis, And the skies over Valastare darkened. Many of the municipal crystals that fired forges and filled wells began to fail. Certain areas, even those rationed shards that people relied on in their everyday lives, lost their spark, making life all but unlivable. Bestiary. Goblins. Common species of beastmen found mostly in Storm. They have habitually avoided contact with other races, be them beast or man, and continue to spread of the blood. However, it has driven the creatures to find homes near human settlements, making violent encounters more commonplace. That said, a few are found to possess the ability to crudely converse and at times even cooperate with humankind. I'm glad they added that. There we go. Just to stop sending these guys as well. I mean, they must be goblins. Look at them. Got the same ears and eyes. I wonder what we're missing then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beasts. So many fucking peoples of interest. Including this medicine girl who's so very suspicious. What's this gonna be? The mysterious watcher. Who the fuck are you? A scion of lesser noble family in Mechia, tasked by Hugo Kupka to trace the whereabouts of Sid, the outlaw. Money believes he slew Benedicta Harmon. Investigations led him to Eastpool, where he overhears Clive and Gav conversation. Aye? Fair enough. Garuff, second commander of Woolit's Royal Intelligence, is serving under Benedicta Harmon, whom he shares a deep bond of trust. Killed by the footpads while attempting to evacuate the stricken Benedicta from the collapsing cairn of N. There we go. We've got a couple of extra ones because it's been a while since I've been there.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
I have a quest. Certainly not anything more important I should be doing right now. Who put this ball here?
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Oh, that blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you.
Look, they're eating the
what I want from you
the craters.
is your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but well.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something.
Sure.
And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
She could have done this herself.
Do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Did you see the pair that got pulled into time?
A humble request. Master Clive. I don't know who this guy is. I apologise for the sudden untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid. And there's none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed lord, uncle's presented me with a task. Oh, it's Sebastian Rutherford. I fear I'm wholly unable to perform this altered expectation, namely due to the marked lack of martial aptitude on my part to wit. I am but a manservant, not a mercenary, while I maintain the fitness ample to attend the needs of a manor to the attending of bandits and back alleys. Totally ill-prepared, ill-equipped, even if you please, my lord. Prithee come to me at Martha's Rest, or I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Okay. I think I'm going to let you go. Actually, I think I'll have this as one big video.
Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant?
It was, yeah.
Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
I think it's a little much. I think we're going to have a couple more hours of side quests, it seems. That's fair enough. We've discovered the masteries. That's really cool. Really happy with that. Which means I've not mastered any of this. I've got to... So yeah, it's all to do with these specific abilities, and I really like Deadly Embrace and I really like Phoenix Shift, which are both mastered, of course, but you can't switch, chop and change those ones because those are connected specifically to these abilities. Deadly Embrace, Phoenix Shift. No, that... What? Actually, I guess that's all that matters. You can replace them both. Yeah, what am I talking about? And the basic spell, I guess. Is there anything else? Yeah. But like, I don't ever see me replacing these two because that grab is like has huge utility to it. And being able to grab things out of the air. Like, more so than Phoenix Shift, I would say. Like, I might get rid of Phoenix Shift. So that means the block, I might want to use the block ability if I can just master everything else. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm a little bit too tired. That's fair enough. Is the game actually not going to let me go anywhere? That's interesting. I forget it does that sometimes. Pick up all the quests anyway there. So maybe we will be doing some actual stuff. What is the next location? Ooh. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, because we're going... Not quite done with this. Going to the Free Cities, wherever that is. How long have we been playing for then? 75%, and I'm almost at 50 hours. So there we go. We slowed the fuck down because I decided to do all of the side quests. Because I ain't completing this in 3 hours. In 3 hours, I'm not even sure I would have actually done the side quest. But it was for ages. It was in line to be 50 hours. I've slowed the fuck down. Anyway. Save again. I've been the Johnstruct. I've been having a Final Fantasy 16 adventure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Farewell. Yeah, Paused a couple of times as well, didn't I? So it's probably not that much overtime. Where's my snail? There it is.